YouTube, how you guys doing today? It's your boy Viewtiful again here, coming at you with another game review. What am I supposed to be doing in class is make a list of my top 15 PS2 games and make a little review about each one. So this is number 15, and for number 15 I chose the PS2 game Viewtiful Joe. And the Viewtiful Joe game is it was originally released on the GameCube, and it was also transferred over to the PlayStation 2, which is why I chose it. The Viewtiful Joe is a side-scrolling beat-em-up video game, and it was developed by Team Viewtiful, go figure, Viewtiful Joe, Team Viewtiful, for the GameCube. That was also released on the PS2. It was originally released in '03 as part of Capcom, under director Hideki Kamiya and producer Atsushi Inaba. Initial release date, like I said, was '03, but it was June 26, 2003. And it's a Capcom publisher. And it was developed by Clover Studios, Capcom, and Capcom Production Studio 4. Now, I didn't have much of an experience when it came to this game. I chose it just out of pure nostalgia, basically, because I never owned the game personally, and I only played it on GameCube, but I know it was for the PS2. My friend had the game, and I went to his house, and I had to help him. Well, he's like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this game, Viewtiful Joe?" I'm like, "No," and I figured out that it's a fantastic game by going over and playing whatever. But I remember I had to go over to my friend's house, and I had to help him with the first boss of the game. And what I remember about the first boss of the game is that, like, it was a very slow moving boss, and it took like 15 years to beat. It was hard and long, and then I played more of the game after that, and I started getting more of a feel for the game. It had an aspect of like waves of enemies, a combo system where you could beat them up, you could dodge attacks and hit a combo on people, and that was just that. Enemies would also scale, as in like from weak enemies to high enemies, and then from average enemies, whether they're weak or strong, to bosses. So it's one of those typical beat 'em up style games, and it falls in the number 15 spot for me because I never really played it, but I just had some nostalgic value with it. So go out and try Viewtiful Joe, or look up some gameplay if you haven't, because it's just a great game from what I have played. Never beat it, only played a few hours of gameplay of it, but from what I felt it was a really good game. So with that's about it. Number 15 spot, Viewtiful Joe, released on GameCube and PlayStation 2.